Google Analytics 4. These are the metrics that contractors use to grow their business. This is my online toolbox with episode 281 with its weekly quick tips and reminders for all facets of online marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads. Last week, we were talking about learning from a real example how your office staff may be innocently deceived into paying bills pertaining to website marketing. This one was a real good one because it happened a lot, and you just have to go to the Facebook channel or the My Online Toolbox YouTube channel for last week to check out the details of that episode. Week before that, we were talking about contractors. When you're hiring a coach or a consultant, make sure you realize there's a difference, because there are many coaches out there that are really good at motivating, but they really don't have enough bandwidth behind them on the details to make things work. And there are some very effective consultants who just don't have the right motivational zest to push you along, but their knowledge base is immeasurable when it comes to experience in this industry. Week before that, we were talking about who provides your marketing advice, and to make sure that you realize that the newer generation who may just be tech savvy isn't inadvertently guiding your marketing efforts into the wrong direction just simply based on technology. Check out that episode because it's pretty relevant to this week's episode, which is Google Analytics. And the new Google Analytics is out, so we're just going to assume that everybody here has already double-checked to make sure that their Google Analytics 4 is working. But when you work with people like My Online Toolbox, we're known as a brand ambassador because we're always helping people grow their business with a focus of more quality leads over a 1 to 5 year period. That is completely different than people who are trying to shotgun the process with getting as many leads possible in a 30, 60, 90-day window, whether it's just a quick website development company or possibly paid ads or even lead gen, God forbid. But their focuses are so short term that the metrics they use to amplify these short term objectives are not, and I repeat, are not what someone like My Online Toolbox uses. So when you log into Google Analytics 4, and let's assume that you are focusing in on quality for the long term, one of the topics that we go to initially is the acquisition. On the left-hand side, there's an acquisition tab, and the option we choose initially is traffic acquisition. And when we get to it, it's right there on the left-hand side. That's the way it would look. You could just pause this episode to just reflect on it if you're opening up Google Analytics at a later time, Google Analytics 4. And what will happen is you will immediately be able to see for whatever time frame. This is an automatic one coming in for the year through July 20th. You could change the date range for whatever time frame is applicable, and you will clearly see that here we are focusing, because My Online Toolbox focuses in on organic, or free, should we say, opportunities. Here we're showing the breakdown of organic search, such as somebody might have typed in barn dominium Huntsville, Texas, or barn dominium builder Huntsville, Texas. That's who we were taking the client from, the data from, the organic social, as well as the organic video leads that were coming in. And what's important, in addition to seeing the rankings, is also to look at engagement rate, and engagement time per session. They represent two separate topics. Looking at the engagement rate first on the right-hand side, it's important to think that if you had 100 people come to your site because of something you said, and somehow you were able to get their attention, how many people stick around? And in this particular case, you're able to see that if somebody randomly is searching for whatever it is that we were focusing on for this particular client, 70% of the people stick around. Then when you look to the left, you see the average engagement time per session. So out of the 7 out of 10 people that stick around, they stick around for a long time, which is 42 seconds. When you think of the average commercial being 30 seconds, you could see why that really helps our client brand themselves, because they're educating people before they're contacting the client. So look at those when you're focused in on enhancing the value of what you do before someone's in a rush to click. It's called CTA, call to action, whether they're calling you or sending in a form or whatever it may be, the more time somebody is learning about the value you provide, the more of a strategic relationship you'll have, because this is going to be a higher quality lead, no doubt about it. Another area that is strategic is engagement. And what we're referring to is the landing pages that people come to when they find you. Many people, when they do a poor job at marketing, the vast majority will, of course, always arrive at the home page. That's going to be the king of the hill of options when people are coming to visit you. But what we want to do is find out, where else are they going? What's the first thing that matters? What's the second? What's the third? And in this particular case, we're just looking at a quick breakdown, but that allows you to learn, with everything else that you're doing over an extended period of time, what is the most effective in getting people's attention for free, what is the second, the third, the fourth, and so forth beyond the home page. Focusing on these topics allow you to hone in on the message of what's getting people's attention, and when you do get their attention, do they stick around because they think they're further interested? You just didn't trick them. And now that they stayed there, how long are they learning before they decide to do the next thing, which may be hopefully contacting you or leaving your website, but at least you were able to teach the best of who you are in the most strategic manner possible. For those of you that are new to the My Online Toolbox orbit, one of the popular things that we do is education, specifically towards educating towards brand marketing and generating leads towards your website. Check it out. It's on the My Online Toolbox website. Easy to find, $379. Unbelievable education in an 8 to 10 hour period. And this is My Online Toolbox reminding you, for our weekly quick tips and reminders, go to our Facebook page and like us there, or subscribe to us on our YouTube channel so you're able to see the alerts on a weekly basis, for us to be able to attempt to help you grow your business with more quality leads, focusing in on online marketing. Remember, and don't forget, start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.